guys, welcome to another vlog of my life as a software engineer. And this is not just a lifestyle vlog, it's the whole journey I'm documenting of building something I can finally call my own. And for years I really wanted to create such series as I really wanted to build my own product, as working in tech gave me the skills, but I never actually found an idea worth committing to. And now I've actually got one after searching for months and months, and I'm really excited to share the entire journey from building this application to launching it to the public and getting very first users on it. I do have a full-time job. I'm a senior software engineer, and being on a senior role, which that means I get to choose whether to work from home or office, and today we're working from home. One thing I've learned in working remotely is you should never wake up and jump straight to your desk to work. Give yourself some time to wake up. Probably I think 1 to 2 hours is the sweet spot. It makes a huge difference and helps you avoid the burnout. It's coming from someone who has been in this field for 3 years and building backend system, hitting deadlines and meetings, and I think not seeing screens as first thing in the morning when you wake up is the best thing you can do for your mind. Before we go any further, I wanted to set one rule for this whole journey and documentation, that we are not going to build this to replace my day job. We're building it to learn, grow, and create something of our own, since that's the main goal. No matter how big or small this project becomes in the future, it will never come at the cost of my responsibilities at my main job, because I'm really grateful how quickly my career has gone. I never take things for granted, and that's why when I'm at work comes first. Editing videos or replying to comments or building this whole project can all wait. My responsibility first is to do best at my main job, even if that means staying an extra 1 to 2 hours. Because one thing I really want to prove throughout this series is that you can build anything of your own without compromising your day job. It is that easy in AI world. Well, fast forwarding to the evening, this is usually when I wrap my work for the day for my main job and head out for a short break. This is usually my own time. If I don't take this short break, I will not be able to do the main part, that is for us create our own application in our 5 to 9. So I usually like to split my 5 to 9 into 3 parts: time for myself, time for the people around me, and time to build my own project. It sounds a little strange, but that's the routine I usually follow, and it works best for me. Now, why do I divide hours after my main job into these 3 categories? Because I personally think if you spend every evening until you're exhausted, you'll probably quit after a few days. But if you build a routine around, you can actually enjoy and can keep showing up and keep doing the same stuff for months or even years. And the first part highlights is really important. The first part is for myself, and that means it could be either going for a walk, playing games on mobile, PlayStation, reading, or honestly scrolling through social media. The goal is not to be productive in that, it's to be just your mind recover and get ready for the next phase. And the second part is what I think people around you is really important, because whether that's family or friends, I think that's really important to make time for the people who matter. So after all, what's the point of growing and succeeding if you don't have anyone to celebrate these moments with? Today though, I'm heading out to pick up a few things for the shelves and some groceries. Nothing major, just to keep the house stacked and my mind fresh. And to be honest, I usually don't enjoy going out in summers, especially in the evening in Pakistan. Since I live there, summers in Pakistan are absolutely no joke. I always smile when I hear people talking about people in Europe suffering due to heat waves at around 30 degrees Celsius, while here temperature close to 50 degrees, which is really normal in summers. I'm back home, changed, and now is the time for the second grind of the day, which is for me, my own, and my own product. I usually spend between 2 to 3 hours on this every single evening. That's enough to make a real progress on any project without burning yourself out. For this project, we're going all in on AI since we need to get the most productivity, most efficiency in the least amount of hours we spend. So my main tool for coding will be Claude Code with Pro plan. This is the basic plan, and paired up with Open Code. I think they make a great combination. Claude is incredibly capable and the rate limiting has also been increased now, and Open Code is free and it is surprisingly solid for a free tier coding platform. The app itself, it's an iOS app built natively in Swift and Swift UI. Mobile development is basically not my strongest stack. Most of my experience lies in backend engineering and building infrastructure and systems, but that's exactly what I wanted to build it in this way. One thing I enjoy being as a senior engineer is that you're constantly pushed to learn new technologies that you've never touched before. Since we're working it on a fresh project, so whenever I start a new project, I follow this exact same workflow. First, I create a GitHub repository and initialize the project and make sure the first commit is that initialized boilerplate, and then I move on to design since it is really important to translate whatever is in your mind onto a piece of paper or a proof of concept. These days, tools like Figma AI and Google Stitch make it really easy to turn your ideas into actual screens. I like getting everything onto canvas before writing anything in code. After that, I'll initialize Claude with the project constant, which is known as the .md file in Claude, and then we'll start building with the UI first, and then we will move to integration or connection with the backend. For backend, I'm planning to use Supabase, but we will save those details later for another episode since right now we're in the first phase of the application. And now you'll probably be wondering, what actually is the app about? It's basically an AI powered keyboard for iOS, and this idea came from a problem I faced almost every single day. I was constantly copying text from ChatGPT, switching back to another app and pasting it and repeating the process over and over again, whether I'm in a convo with someone, writing replies, documenting anything. The thing is, it was not difficult, it was just annoying. So I thought, why not to bring AI directly into the keyboard? So instead of making people switch between the application, we can use that within the same application. Now here comes another important part, is before writing any serious code, I really wanted to validate the idea, whether it is a great idea or not. And I start creating content around it on Instagram and post it in one of the subreddits, and the videos and the post reached to a lot more people than I expected, and traffic turned into more than 300 people joining the waitlist. Now, if you are like me and you really want to build something for yourself as well, but you don't have an idea, trust me, I used to feel exactly the same way up till now. It took me 3 years of working in tech before I actually found an idea that I thought it was worth committing my time to. The biggest lesson in this I learned is never chase ideas rather than chase the problem. You need to look in your own life and ask yourself that, what do I do every single day that feels repetitive? If something wastes your time, it can be automated, and trust me, whatever you can automate, that is the product waiting to be built. And the second point is, build something that you yourself would genuinely use every single day, because if it solves a real problem for you, there is a good chance it will solve it for thousands of people of the same age, same industry, same field you are in. So that's all pretty much it for today's session. Now, as I said, I will be sharing this complete series and documenting everything, which means I will be sharing every expense that goes into building this application, from Apple developer account subscription to Supabase plan to AI subscriptions that actually costs me, the website hosting, domains hosting, anything that comes along the way. And by the end of the journey, you'll know exactly how much hours you need to put and how much cost you need to put in to build and launch your first app. As for today, that's a wrap. The workday is over. The first version of the UI is finally started to look and take shape, and honestly, I think I'm pretty happy with how the things are looking so far. We've still got a long way to go, but the target is we will be releasing it under 30 days. I'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, make sure your status code is 200.